Hi, good morning everyone. So today we are ready to start our yoga session. So today we'll be doing more of yoga, not any warm up, any jumping like we did yesterday. And so we'll start with some mind centering, some breathing and gentle stretches in the first segment, and in the second segment we'll move to more dynamic yoga postures and then to relaxation. So just prepare yourself, put your mat, and make sure the room is not very cold where you are practicing, and you can keep a bottle of water near you. Okay, we'll start with the sitting position. So today is our yoga day. So today go gentle, go graceful in whatever you're doing. Be mindful of your body, of your breathing. Tomorrow is our more fitness oriented day where we'll be doing a lot of high intensity jumping, and also save your energy for tomorrow. And day after we'll again be doing a very gentle yoga session. So just sit first. Sit on your mat. You can sit cross-legged or in Vajrasana, whatever position is comfortable. Okay. Just sit in a comfortable position with your spine straight. And this is the most advanced yoga, what we are starting with today. Just sitting with your eyes closed, with your spine straight. Just for 15-20 seconds, just close your eyes. You can keep your hands in this mudra and lower back in, the neck up, shoulders relaxed. And with your eyes closed, just observe your breathing. Keep your left hand on your stomach and keep your right hand in the center of your chest, coinciding with your heart. First, become aware of your heart rate. Just feel the present rate of your heart. And now bring your awareness to your breathing. Just feel the rising and falling of your stomach as you breathe in and breathe out for 3 to 4 breaths. Just observe that. Observe both your heart rate and your breathing. Okay, now take 3 deep breaths in a way that your stomach swells up first as you breathe in, and then let your chest rise up, and as you breathe out, let your chest go down, and then your stomach squeeze it in. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. And keep your hands down on your knees and continue to keep your spine straight, shoulders relaxed. As you breathe in, take your neck up. Very slow movement, very slow breathing. Breathe in as you take your neck up. Feel a gentle stretch on your neck. And as you breathe out, slowly bring your neck down. Feel a gentle stretch on the back of the neck. And once again, as you breathe in, take your neck up and just hold that position of the neck up. Keep holding there. Breathe normally and come back straight and breathe in. And as you breathe out, slowly take your neck to the right. Be very gentle with the movements today, especially for the next 5 minutes. And breathe in center, and as you breathe out the other side, feel a gentle stretch, and once again breathe in center, breathe out to the right, and again breathe in center and breathe out to the left and come back straight. So today don't rush through anything. Tomorrow we'll be doing a lot of jumping, and especially in the next 5 minutes, go very gentle with your breathing, with your stretches. Breathe in as you raise the shoulders up like this, hunch your shoulders. Breathe out down, pull the shoulders down, and again breathe in, raise the shoulders up, breathe out down, and once again breathe in and breathe out. This is very good for your tightness on your neck area. Okay, and come back, interlock your fingers and stretch up over your shoulders. Keep holding there, keep holding there, enjoy the stretch and come back. Take your hands back, interlock your fingers, pull the shoulders back and the neck up, hold there and release, center and breathe in. And as you breathe out, twist to your right and again breathe in, center, and as you breathe out, twist to your left. Take a slight push from the hand and then come back. Join your palms together, close your eyes, take one nice deep breath, take your time to breathe in and take your time to breathe out. Okay, and just be there, and rub your palms together. Feel a little heat in your palms. When you feel a little heat in your palms, let your eyes, your face absorb that. Okay. So one very important thing, see, right now we have more time, we are doing all these exercises. I want you to make these a part of your life. So these, what we just did, when you wake up in the morning, right on your bed, you can just do at least this much. Little mind centering, watching your breathing, shoulders back, this stretch, a twisting movement and rubbing your palms. So try to do at least this much when you wake up in the morning tomorrow. And on the days you have more time, we'll do a few more stretches now, which you should also include in the morning when you wake up. So one of the breathing techniques we'll be doing now is the Bhramari. So I'll just show you the technique of that. It's pretty simple. So before we start the stretches, so you use your index finger. You have to basically block the ears with your index finger. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out with your mouth closed with a sound. And you have to stretch the sound long and the sound has to be very soft. So when you do that, you will feel a vibration in your head. So just try that once, 2 times right now. Block your ears, breathe in, and as you breathe out, once again breathe in, and relax, and relax. Now the 2 mistakes, come back. The 2 mistakes people make is, one, you do it with too much force. You have to do it very softly. Exhale very softly and stretch it long enough. The softer you do it, the more nice vibrations you will feel on your head. It is a very important pranayam, so we'll practice this. Before that, let's continue the other stretches which you should do in the morning when you wake up. So the cat stretch is one of the most important stretches you should do right on the bed when you wake up. Do these stretches very slowly with the breathing. So as you breathe out, pull your stomach in, push your spine up, the neck tucked in. And as you breathe in, the stomach down and the neck up. Once again, push your spine up and just hold there. Breathe normally, tuck your neck in, the spine is up like a bow. Feel the stretch, and then down, the neck up. Raise the neck up, feel the stretch down the spine. And now the right leg back, push the heel back to feel a stretch on your calf of your right leg. Gentle stretch, hold there for 3, 2, 1 and change the other leg. Push the heel back, feel a nice stretch on the calf of your left leg, hold there. Okay, and come back and push your hips back, sit in the rabbit position, Shashankasana, put your head down, and for 3 to 4 breaths, just
watch your breathing, relax in that position. Okay, now come on your elbows, lie down on your stomach and on your elbows in the Makarasana position, just a comfortable position on your elbows, and close your eyes. And now 3 to 4 breaths, just watch your breathing in that position, relax there. Okay, from there come up on your elbows, get your knees at a 90-degree angle, stretch your hands forward, push your upper back down, the neck up slightly. Feel a stretch on your upper back, just hold there. Just hold there. And pull your hands back and come back and stretch your feet straight in front of you. See, all of these you should do in the morning when you wake up, right on your bed. Okay, now you can keep your hands here, toes towards yourself, feel a gentle stretch on your calves, and the toes down, feel a stretch on the ankles, and once again toes towards yourself, reach for the toes. You don't have to touch your toes, just as long as you're feeling a slight stretch, and come back, and once again feel a gentle stretch, keep holding there, 3, 2, 1, and come back, and now sit cross-legged. And morning is a great time to do some breathing exercises, so this is a very important one. And lower back, bring the neck up, and put your hands to the side, palms facing up. Don't rush at all in this, do it very slowly. As you breathe in, slowly take your hands up slowly, palms up. Keep breathing in, slowly and steadily, join the palms together, hold the breath, stretch up, and start breathing out, palms facing down. Keep breathing out through the movement, slow breathing, slow movement. Okay. And 2 more times. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold the breath, stretch up, and start breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can close your eyes. Just one more time, do it as nicely as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold the breath and start breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. And now do the Brahmari, which we again just 3 times. Do it very softly. Put your hands in your ears, and after breathing in, stretch your breathing long softly. 3 times do it. And relax, and relax. Come back and come back. See, this pranayam is called Brahmari pranayam. Brahmari means the bumblebee. So if you do it well and do it softly, you will feel a vibration and a buzzing sound like a bee when you do it. So these are very important tools for you to center your mind, and this is very good to practice at night before you sleep also. So okay, now again just take your hands back, pull the shoulders back, the neck back, and
come back and interlock the fingers and again stretch up and come back, and now try to stand up gracefully with minimal use of your hands. And if you need to use your hands, don't strain your knees, but come up very gracefully from the sitting position. Okay. So today the operative word is grace. A lot of things we'll be repeating, but try to do everything gracefully today. Things which are very difficult, you can go easy on those. Okay. And join your feet together and interlock your fingers. Just stretch up. Don't raise your heels right now. Heels down, just stretch up, hold there. And now turn to the left, just hold there for 3, feel a gentle stretch. And come back up, stretch up slightly. Don't raise your heels right now. And the other side, feel the stretch, hold there and come back. And a little distance between your feet, interlock your fingers behind you, hands down, shoulders back and the neck back. Keep holding there and relax and relax and come back and raise the right leg up, hold there, keep holding there and change the other leg, raise the knee up, keep holding there and down. And okay, one more thing. On Sunday we'll be doing the Anulom Vilom Pranayam. So those of you who do not know the technique of Anulom Vilom Pranayam, I had done a small video day before and I had put it on this page. So between today and tomorrow, just watch that and understand the technique of Anulom Vilom Pranayam, which is a very important pranayam to boost your immunity. Okay, join your feet together and breathe in, stretch up, arch back, the neck up, and breathe out, push your hips back, come parallel to the floor, just this much. And again, so when you come up, instead of going back straight, stretch upward towards the ceiling and then arch back. And when you bend forward, push your hips back, come parallel to the floor, neck up, and 2 more times. Breathe in, stretch up, arch back, look up. Breathe out, hold there and breathe in, stretch up, arch back. Okay, and relax and come back. Your feet together and breathe in, stretch up very gently and breathe out, down. And the left leg, inhale, exhale. Once again, breathe in, stretch upward, breathe out, down. And the other, inhale and exhale. Okay, now before we move into the dynamic, in this, the next posture we are doing, it's a very important posture with many benefits. The only thing is, don't rush through it. Do it very slowly, the dynamic Tadasana, and try to get perfection. 1 foot distance between your feet here. And first get into the right position to start the the posture. So first, lower back in, shoulders back, the neck up, look straight at a point right in front of you. Okay, shoulders are back, the neck is up, palms close to your body. And as you breathe in, slowly come up on your toes. Keep breathing in through the movement. Hold the breath when you hold this position and start breathing out from the side. Keep breathing out through the movement. Keep breathing out, and as your palms and your heels should touch simultaneously, and keep going. Again, breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch up. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep stretching up, hold the breath and start breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One last time, try to stretch it as long as you can, as slowly as you can go. See if you can keep pace with me. You should keep breathing in through the movement. Hold your breath for some time when you hold the final position and start breathing out. So as your palms are coming down, your heels are coming down, and relax, and relax. Okay, relax. And now, with a similar breath movement coordination, breathe in, stretch up, arch back, and as you breathe out, push your hips back and reach for the toes. Some of you, if you want, you can bend the knee slightly when you do this. Especially if you have lower back problems, you can bend the knee slightly. Keep going with the breathing. Inhale and breathe out. Push your hips back. And 2 more times, keep going. Breathe in. Slow breathing, slow movement. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale. Keep breathing in through the movement. Hold the breath in the final position and breathe out. And once again, breathe in. Arch back. Okay. And relax. And relax. And relax. And stretch your legs to the side in this position. And right hand up. Breathe in. As you stretch to one side, hold there. And breathe in, come back. And the other hand, stretch up, breathe in as you turn. Breathe out. Once again, stretch up, breathe in. Feel a nice stretch to the side, breathe out. And the other, breathe in and breathe out. Now push your hips back and stretch your hands in front. Feel a stretch on the hamstrings and come up. Keep your hands here and breathe in, arch back, and again breathe out. Breathe in and once again breathe out and breathe in, arch back. Okay, and relax, and relax, and relax. Just take a few steps forward and a few steps back, keeping your spine straight. Keeping your spine straight, just keep your... Okay. Okay, shoulder width distance between your feet. And bend the knees slightly. Okay, shoulder width distance, bend the knees slightly. Back straight. Your hips are slightly out. And come on your toes if you can, otherwise you can do it with your heels down. And get your hands like this as if you are hugging a tree. Okay, bend the knees. Look straight at a point in front of you. And your fingers facing each other. Okay, feel the energy in your fingers. Look straight at a point in front of you. Your knees are bent slightly, your neck is up. Just hold there. Just hold there. See if you can close your eyes and still balance. Okay. Okay, open your eyes and come back up. Come back up. Relax, relax. Join your feet together. Interlock your thumbs like this and again 2 times. Breathe in, stretch up, arch back. And as you breathe out, push your hips back. Reach for the toes. Look up. Bend the knees slightly. And again, breathe in, stretch up, arch back. Look up, feel the stretch on your stomach, hold there. And as you breathe out, push your hips back. Bend the knees slightly, look straight in front of you. And again, come up, breathe in, arch back. Okay, and come back, and come back. And raise alternate knee. Raise the knee up, hold, down, and the other, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, relax. Raise the, stretch your hands up, tighten, and out, tighten, tighten the fist, stretch your fingers out, up, down. Now we are slightly moving to more dynamic positions, increasing the blood circulation. Okay, now just palms upward and then turn it in like this. Up, one side and the other side. One side and the other side. Okay, hands to the side and bend both the hands like this and then straighten them. Bend and straighten and make a circular movement with your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the other side. You will feel a slight contraction on the muscles of your 4, 2, 1. Okay, and relax, and relax. And change into the Vrikshasana position. So today, like I said, even the ones we've been repeating, try to move towards more grace in the postures. Stretch your hand up, palms together, look at a point straight in front of you, hold there. Okay, and change the other leg. The knee facing down, join the palms together. Yeah, try to get perfection. Wherever you feel you can improve, join the palms together, knee pointing down, look at a point straight in front of you, just hold there. Okay, and come back, relax, relax, relax. And in the warrior's posture, take a big step with your right foot, bend the knee slightly, stretch your hands up, arch back, the neck up, and come back. And change, switch the leg, bend the knee slightly, like a lunge, stretch up, breathe in, arch back, and breathe out, come back. Once again, the right leg forward, bend the knee, join the palms together. This time, keeping the fingers joined, stretch out, bend the knee slightly and stretch up, arch back, through the neck back and straighten the knee, come back and change the other. Bend the knee and stretch up, arch back, through the neck back. Enjoy the stretch and come back and come back. Relax, relax. On the right leg, balancing. On the right leg, raise the left leg up. Try to come parallel as much as you can do. And come back down. And now, on the balancing on the left leg, raise the right leg up. And down. However much you can do, try to move towards perfection. Breathe in as you come up. Balance. Breathe out, down. And the other, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, and relax, and relax. And do the standing chakrasana movement. We've been doing these are very important, but do them with more grace, coordinating the movement and the breathing. Shoulder width distance, knee slightly bent, fist tight. Breathe in, stretch upward and arch back. Inhale. And as you exhale, keeping the knees bent, down, raise your hands up, the wrist inward. And 2 more times, slow movement, slow breathing. Inhale, arch back, exhale. And again, inhale, stretch up, arch back. Feel a nice stretch and come back. For the second movement, stretch your feet to the side, more distance between your feet. Your hands here, fingers open. Breathe in, palms upward, shoulders back, the neck back, inhale, and as you exhale, the right hand, the palm up, goes to your left ankle and look up. And again breathe in, arch back, the neck up, and as you breathe out, the left hand to your right ankle, and again keep going, breathe in, and as you breathe out, bend down and look at your palm which is pointing up. And the other side, inhale and exhale and inhale. Okay. And relax. And relax. And just take a few steps forward. A few steps back. Okay. Relax. Relax. Okay. And once again, this distance between your feet. And turn your left leg outward. Looking at your toes, slide the hand down and stretch your hand up, the right hand up. Look up in the direction your palm is pointing and just hold there for a few seconds. And slowly come back up. And now the right leg outward and slide the hand down, your right hand down, looking at your toe. The left hand stretch up, look up in the direction your palm is pointing. Okay, and come back up. Now, the left leg outward again, bend the knee slightly, keep this hand here, the left hand, and stretch the right hand up, look up. Hold there. And slowly come back. And now the other side, the right leg outward, bend the knee, keep your hands here, and stretch up, look up. Okay, and come back, and come back. Okay, and relax, and relax. Tomorrow we'll be doing a slightly advanced version of this. Tomorrow we'll be trying some more advanced postures. We're preparing our body for tomorrow's class also. Okay, now we'll do the dynamic, the yogic squats. Before that, just do shoulder rotation. Breathe in up, breathe out down. Breathe in up, breathe out down. Again inhale, exhale, and the other side 2 times. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. There is a reason we are only doing 2 times forward and 3 times back. Okay. And in position for the yoga squats, little distance between your feet, shoulder width, and straighten your knees. Breathe in. Raise your hands up. As you breathe out, push your hips back, sit on an imaginary chair, and again breathe in and bring your hands down, breathe out. Okay? Continue that. Breathe in, up, breathe out, sit back, push your hips back, your hands in line with your ears, and again breathe in, up, breathe out, down. Once again, breathe in, breathe out, go down gracefully, and breathe in up without straining your knees. And once again, inhale and exhale, bend down, and come on your toes if you can. Come absolutely on your toes, hold that position. And come up, and come up. And now get into this Natarajasana position. Bend the knees. Your toes are pointing outward. Bend the knees, join the palms together. Bend the knees. First, just raise your hands up and arch back. Okay, feel the contraction. Arch back just a little, your neck up. And join the palms together, down. Keep feeling the contraction here. And stretch your hand up. Go down more. Come up on your toes. Keep holding there. Okay, and come back, Relax. You feel a little contraction on these muscles. Now stretch those muscles. And take your leg back. Feel the stretch. Keep holding. If you need to take support in that. Okay, and change. The other leg, bend the knee, hold there, hold there. Okay, and relax, and relax. Okay, we'll attempt this posture just from outside, just hold your ankle and see if you can bend down and balance on one and come back. Just attempt it. We'll be warming up and doing it tomorrow. Today I just want you to get the hand position right. From inside, just get hold of your ankle, raise your leg upward and come back, and come back. Okay, relax. Okay, now in position for the Surya Namaskar, we'll do the easy version of the Surya Namaskar. See, today I don't want you to strain. If your lower back is sensitive, go easy on the forward bendings. Modify it. Do it gracefully. Don't strain yourself. Okay, the others who have lower back problems, knee problems, you find it strenuous, instead of doing the Surya Namaskar, do another round of the standing chakrasana, this movement and the balancing posture. Repeat those. The others, join the feet together, back straight, and breathe in, stretch up, arch back, and breathe out, reach for the toes, bend the knees slightly, palms down, the right leg back, neck up. And from here you can come in the cat stretch position, both knees down, then come up in the push-up position, knees down again. You can come on your elbows, lie down on your stomach and do the cobra. Put your hands down, come up, breathe in, and now down, your elbows, on your elbows in the cat stretch position, and push your hips up in the mountain position, Parvatasana. And now put your knees down again, the left leg forward, the neck up, and join the feet together. Breathe in, come up, arch back, and breathe out, join the palms together. Do it slowly, don't do it fast. Okay, now one more cycle. Breathe in, arch back, breathe out, push your hips back, reach for the toes. Now the left leg back, neck up, and in the cat stretch position, come up in the push-up position, knees down, lie down on your stomach. In the cobra position, come up, and now you can come on your elbows and cat stretch before you move into the mountain. Heels down, feel a stretch, and then put the knees down. Now raise the right leg up, neck up, join the feet together. Breathe in, come up, arch back, and come back in the starting position. Okay, continue 2 more cycles, but modify the movements. If you feel a strain, do it the easy way. Breathe in, breathe out, reach for the toes. We'll do it a little faster. Right leg back, neck up. Now push up position, knees down, lie down on your stomach. Come up in the cobra, and from here cat stretch, and then push your hips up in mountain. Knees down, left leg forward, neck up, join the feet together. Breathe in, come up in the starting position. Once again, breathe in, breathe out, reach for the toes. Now the left leg back, neck up, and come in the push-up position. Knees down, lie down on your stomach. Come up in the cobra. Push your hips up, heels down, and the knees down, right leg forward, the neck up, join the feet together, and breathe in, come up, arch back, and come back in the starting position. Relax, relax. Okay. Now sit down in Vajrasana. Sit in the Vajrasana position. I hope you all know what the Vajrasana is. This position. And just keep your spine straight.
Close your eyes, watch your breathing. Now again, like we did in the beginning, keep your right hand in the center of your chest, your left hand on your stomach. Close your eyes and just feel your heart rate. If you can't sit in Vajrasana, sit in any position that is comfortable, cross-legged. With your eyes closed, I want you to just feel your heart rate and your breathing. It might be a little fast right now. Just observe it. Okay. And come back. And come back. And stretch your feet straight in front of you. Stretch your feet straight in front of you. See, we are doing right now the easy version of the Surya Namaskar. Nevertheless, the benefits are pretty much the same. Keep your hands here, balance in this position. Okay, breathe in, and as you breathe out, twist to your right, and breathe in center, breathe out, twist to your left, and come back, and reach for the toes, breathe out, and breathe in, go back slightly, feel a contraction on your stomach, and again breathe out, breathe in, once again breathe out, and as you breathe in, keep your palms here, raise your stomach up in the Setu Asana and down, and breathe out, reach for the toes, feel a nice stretch, enjoy the stretch here, and breathe in, raise the stomach up and take the neck back, look up, and again breathe out, reach for the toes, and breathe in, stomach up, the neck back, hold there, get perfection there, and down. And now do the butterfly, the Titli Asana. See, like I said today, in everything, even the things that we are repeating, make sure every week you are better than the last week. Okay, so that will happen when you try to go a little beyond where you are. So make sure you're pushing with your hands, with your elbows, or by bending forward to slightly increase the stretch and hold that stretch. Keep holding there. Okay, and come back, and straighten, relax. And okay, do the counter position for that. I hope you remember, this is the counter stretch. So in yoga, you always do a stretch and then you do a counter stretch, so it creates a balance. And the other leg, okay. Come in the Indian toilet position. This is called Malasana. Yesterday in my short talk after the class, I spoke about how this is a much better position than the English toilet. That's another thing, you can check that talk. Okay, from here, try to keep your palms from inside under the sole of your feet and see if you can stand up from there. And then come up, stand up from there. Arch back. Okay, and relax, and relax, and relax. Okay, so while you're standing, just do the warrior's position once again with more perfection. Take a big step forward, bend the knee, lunge forward, stretch up, and arch back, throw the neck back and hold it for longer right now. Arch back, keep holding there. And come back. This is a very important position to get perfection in. The other leg, bend the knee, a lunge, and stretch your hand up, arch back, throw the neck back, keep holding there, and come back, and relax. Okay, at this point, if you want to have a small sip of water, you can have a small sip of water. A very quick and very small sip of water you can have. See, the postures that you feel you're not understanding the technique of that posture, just write to me, message me, and I will try to separately take that up and show you how to You know, for example, in the warriors, if you don't know how the back leg should it be straight, should it be at an angle? So just let me know about that. Okay, after you've had water, then again sit in this position. Again sit in this position and okay, and bend the left leg, reach for the toe towards yourself, breathe in up and breathe out, reach for the toe and just hold there. Feel a gentle stretch on your hamstring, on your calf. Keep holding there, keep holding there. Okay, and come back up and change the other leg. Toe towards yourself, reach for the toes. Keep holding there. Keep holding there. Enjoy the stretch and come back up and come back up. So tomorrow we'll be trying the Padmasana and a lot of other postures that we don't usually do. Okay. And now get into the Naukasana position. Take support with your hands. Find a balance here. So and now leave the hands. So you're balancing on your hips. Okay, don't be down too much. Come up enough. You're like in a V position. Keep holding there. So tomorrow we'll be trying the advanced version of all these postures after a good warm up. So we are preparing ourselves for that as well. Okay, from there, come up in this position and keep your hands here. Arch back through the neck back and come back. Those of you who can do it with both the hands, do it with both the hands. Otherwise, do it with one hand. Toes inward. Right palm to your right heel. Arch back. Come back. The other. Arch back. Come back. Those of you who can't do it with both the hands, do it like this. The others, both the hands, stomach up, the neck back. And to come up, leave the right hand first, then the other. And then move into the rabbit position. Put your head down. Okay. And from there, come up in the plank position. In the plank position, put your knees down, right leg forward, like this. This is called Kapotasana. This is inspired by the pigeon. Okay. Let your body weight go down. Front leg, focus on the back leg straight as possible and then put your head down in the direction of your knee. And for 3 breaths, just hold that position, hold that stretch. Okay, and the neck up, come up in this position and then again come in the push-up position. Hips not too up, not too down, just balanced. Neck up. Put the knees down and now bring the left leg forward. Left leg forward, let the body weight go down. Back leg straight as possible and then put your head down. Watch for 3 breaths. Be with the stretch. Okay, the neck up, come up, bring the back leg over this and come in this position again. In all these, try to move towards more and more perfection. Keep your back straight. Keep your back straight. And the leg which is up, take that right hand up and try to see if you can touch the fingers. If you can touch, then try to interlock. Even if you can't touch, it's okay. Just as long as you're feeling a stretch, you're getting the benefits. And change the other. Change the leg position. This is called Gomukh Asana. The cow face posture. The hand position. Okay. And now the left leg is up. Now the left hand goes up. You will find that one side is more difficult than the other. That is perfectly normal. Okay. And come back. And come back. Relax, relax, relax. And just loosen the hands. Just once do backward 2 times shoulder rotation. Okay. And come up. And come up in this position.
stretch the leg outward, one leg outward, slide the hand down and feel the stretch on the side. And come back and change the other side. Keep this straight and then slide the right hand and feel a stretch. Okay, and come back and come back and relax and relax and lie down on your stomach. Okay, first do the rabbit and take your hands back, hold your wrist, put your head down for 3 breaths, just hold that position. Okay, now lie down on your stomach in position for one of the most important postures, the cobra. So neck down, keep your hands to the side, palms facing down, and breathe in as you come up and breathe out as you go down. Keep your elbows close to your body. Breathe in as you come up, don't come up beyond your navel. And breathe out down and keep going, breathe in and don't straighten your elbows, keep your elbows slightly bent and breathe out down and once again breathe in, come up and breathe out down, bend both the knees in, try to hold your ankles and breathe in as much as you can do it. Breathe in, come up, raise the knees off the floor, the neck up, breathe out down. And once again, breathe in, up and just hold there. Just hold there. Breathe normally. And breathe out down. Breathe out down. And come back. And come up. And lie down on your back from there. Lie down on your back. And put your hands on your stomach. Okay. And lie down sideways now like this. We are just preparing. So one hand, just put the palm down to balance and just raise the leg up and down. We are just trying to open up the inner thighs. Tomorrow we'll attempt something which we want this joint to open up slightly and just put your hand here and try to, don't strain yourself as much as you can do, just try to balance there. Feel the stretch. Okay, and down. And now turn the other side and again 3 to 4 times just raise the leg up without a jerk and then just wherever you can hold it on your, under your knee or near your ankle, just feel the stretch, hold there. Okay, and down. Now lie down on your back. Lie down on your back. And raise the right leg up, down. The left leg up, down. Continue with one leg. And if you are comfortable, then do it with both the legs. If your lower back allows you, then do it with both the legs. Breathe in up, breathe out down. Breathe in up, breathe out down, breathe in. And now start a cycling movement at a 60-degree angle for 3, 2, 1 and the other way around. 2, 1. Okay, and bend both the knees, press them against the stomach. Okay, and put the feet down, hands to the side, and we'll do the spinal twist. Both the knees to your left and your neck to your right. And center, and the knees to your right and the neck to your left. Opposite side. And come back. Once again, feel a twist. Hold there, come back, and the other side. Feel a twist, hold there. These twisting ones and come back are very good for your digestion as well as your spine. Okay, now in position for Setu Bandhasana, the bridge. Comfortable distance between your feet. You can try to hold your ankles. Then leave your ankles, put your palms down, adjust your feet, and then raise your stomach up as you breathe in. And breathe out down. 2 more times. Breathe in, up, breathe out down. And 1 more time. Breathe in, come up. And just hold there. Body weight absolutely on your shoulders. Observe your breathing, your diaphragm. Okay, and slowly down. Bend both the knees, press them against the stomach. Just hold there. Close your eyes. Keep pressing your knees against your stomach. Feel the stretch on your lower back, on your knees. Okay, and straighten your feet and stretch the body tall. Hands back, toes towards yourself. Turn the toes inward, push the heels down. You'll feel a stretch on your calves, feel a stretch on your shoulders as if your body is being stretched tall. Keep holding there, and then leave the muscles loose and find a comfortable position for Shavasana. Any position, you can keep your hands behind your head, to the side. Preferably keep your palms upward and find a position that feels good on your lower back, on your neck. Take 10-15 seconds to find the most comfortable position. And once you find that position, then leave all the muscles as loose as you can leave them. Your neck relaxed, your shoulders loose, your lower backs, your hips, your knees, all the muscles of your legs. Be aware of any sensation in your muscles, your neck, your shoulders, your lower back, your knees, your ankles. Let those muscles relax. Keep all your awareness on your body, on your breathing. Make sure your eyes are closed. Just observe yourself. Observe your body, your breathing, your muscles. Become aware of the blood circulation in your body. Become aware of the state of your muscles. Let the muscles be more loose. Let the ground below you take all your body weight. Let the weight of the body sink into the ground below you. Bring all your awareness to your face. Become aware of your eyes, your forehead, your cheeks, your nose, your chin, your ears. Let all the muscles of the face relax. Let your forehead, your eyes relax more. Bring your awareness to the top of your head, to the back of your head, down to your neck. Let your neck, your shoulders be more loose. Bring your awareness to your elbows, to your wrist, your palms, your fingers. Let them
be more loose. Bring your awareness to the tips of your fingers. Bring your awareness to your chest. And down to your stomach. Bring your awareness to your upper back, down to your middle back and your lower back. Let all the muscles around the hips relax more. Bring your awareness down to your thighs, your knees. Let the muscles around your knees relax more. Your shins, the calves, your ankles. The soles of your feet. Bring your awareness to your toes. And now bring all your awareness only to your breathing. Just observe the movement of your stomach as you breathe in and breathe out. Without modifying your breathing, just watch it as it is. For the next 5 breaths, continue to observe the movement of your stomach with your breathing. And take 2 deeper breaths. Let the stomach swell up more as you breathe in. And slowly move your fingers, move your toes, and place your hands on your stomach. And take a deep breath. Let the stomach swell up more as you breathe in. And gently take your hands back and gently stretch your body tall again. And then release the body and then slowly turn to your right. And take your time to come up and sit up comfortably in with your eyes closed, with your spine straight. Sit comfortably, the lower back in, the neck up, shoulders relaxed. Keep your eyes closed. Observe your breathing. Three times we'll chant Om. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe in. Just be with the silence and join your palms together in a namaskar and gently rub your palms. When you feel the heat in your palms, let your eyes, your face absorb that. And if you can sit in Vajrasan, then sit in Vajrasan. Pull the shoulders back once, the neck back, and then interlock the fingers. Stretch up over your head and relax. So with that, we come to an end of our 4th class for this week. And just stay for a minute. So for tomorrow's class, tomorrow is a high intensity class where we'll be warming up with some fitness movements and we'll be attempting a lot of postures. So you will get to know how many yoga postures you have reasonable perfection in. So tomorrow's class will be a little high intensity. And for tomorrow's class, I think also it will be a fun class, and also it will be a class suited to kids and young people also. It will be very fast paced, so they won't get bored, and it will be challenging. So your kids, all the kids you know in your family, your friends, so just get more kids to attend the class with you tomorrow. It will be a fun class. So a prop that we might use for tomorrow's class is a cushion. So maybe 2 cushions or 2 pillows are something we might use as a prop for tomorrow's class. So just keep it near you tomorrow when you do the class. Also on Sunday, we'll be doing a gentle class, yoga class. Okay, tomorrow the class is at 9:30. Very important, because the earlier weeks we've been doing it at 10, but tomorrow the morning class is at 9:30 in the morning. So just please make a note of it. Tomorrow the class is at 9:30, a high intensity, challenging, fun class. On Sunday again it is at 9:30. It will be a gentle yoga class on Sunday, but 9:30. And so on Sunday we'll be doing Anulom Vilom Pranayam also. So if you do not know the technique of the pranayam, then you check the video I made, I think day before, a small video on this page. It explains in 10 minutes the technique of doing the Anulom Vilom, so you can watch that. And so these are the things. So there are some questions which people have put in, which I will try to take up. One more thing, at 9:50, in about 10 minutes, I will be going live again for 10 minutes. And we'll be talking about a little serious topic, but not in a very serious or a preachy way. But we'll be talking about, how in yogic tradition, how in yoga, how one views death. Because there have been some prominent deaths of a few legends recently, and that is in our face. So I will just talk about that today. How yoga and death, in about 10 minutes, I'll be going live again. Tomorrow, after the high intensity class, in the separate session, I'll be talking about weight loss. So a lot of people who've been asking me about weight loss. So tomorrow, keep your questions ready. After the class, I'll be doing another live session addressing weight loss. Okay, so those of you who need to leave can leave. I'll try to take 1 or 2 questions which people have just put in. What should I eat after yoga? I feel very hungry. Immediately after yoga, you have some water, then have fruits, because it's a very good time for your body to extract the nutrients of the fruits. So after yoga, water, then fruit, and then probably go for a shower and then have your heavy breakfast. But immediately after, you should eat fruits first before you eat something heavy. So that is, I breathe in for a few seconds. How can I extend my breathing time? So breathing time will extend. So that is the advanced yoga. Advanced yoga is not about you can't touch your toes and now you can touch your toes. These are preparatory things. The more important is your breathing, and you will increase the breathing in the same way with practice. So in every week, say if you can't stretch your breathing for 10 counts, You can't stretch it out for 10 counts. With practice, if every week you improve, you will improve a few seconds. So as you practice, make sure your breathing, you are able to stretch your breathing longer, your inhalation and your exhalation. And then comes the holding of the breath, which is called Kumbhak in yoga. So, but first, practice to stretch your breathing, then the holding of the breath comes into play. So with practice, as you do this, it will get better. Diet also, tell us session. Diet, I'll tell you tomorrow when we do the weight loss talk. After that, you can ask me about the diet. Okay, so I'll see some of you who are interested to know what the view of death is in yoga. Then in 10 minutes, I'll be going live again. So come back and we'll discuss that. Have a nice day.